I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom roasted garlic soup going in there, 1 can of beefy mushroom soup going in. And if you don't like the cream of mushroom roasted garlic soup, you can just use the cream of mushroom soup. And you're going to stir and combine this. It was supposed to be golden mushroom soup, but the store was out, so I just substituted it for the roasted garlic soup. So here I'm going to be just adding some black pepper in here, and that is the only seasoning that I'm going to add because the soups have salt in it, and I'm going to be adding some other packet seasoning mixes in, and you have to be careful with your seasonings in these soups. So now we're just going to pour the gravy mix in. So here we're just adding in the brown gravy packet and the ranch seasoning packet, and we're going to do a Bible verse, and it's John 14:1. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. And I just wanted to take this time to say that our thoughts and prayers are with those that are affected by the school shootings that happened in Texas. So I'm adding in 3/4 cup of some beef bone broth, and I'll be doing this 3 times since this is 1/4 cup. So I have a different ingredient going in on top, and it's provolone cheese. Now the recipe site did say you could use some pepper jack cheese, but I don't have any of that on hand, and you will find out the purpose of this later on in the video. I cooked this on high for 4 hours because I had thin piece of meat across the board. Now, depending on your cut of meat, the recipe site recommends that you cook it on low for 5 to 6 hours. Now, I will leave it in the description box below, the recipe site and the ingredient list. Okay, so this cheese has melted, and we're just gonna kind of like stir it in to the gravy. And it's going to add like a thickening agent to it. And that's the purpose of this cheese. Alright, and that's it. Okay, and we'll be back for the rest when it's done. So this recipe is a winter beef dinner. The family really enjoyed it, and I've tried this gravy before, not the cheese on it before, but the family really enjoyed it, and it did turn out really well. The rice was really good, and I would recommend it. And I do have another recipe on here for you guys, and this one is also excellent, so please continue to watch. What I'm doing now is browning up some chicken, and I'm making some pineapple chicken tonight. And once I get it done on this side, I'm going to turn it over and brown up the other side. I'm going to make a sauce in this pot, and then I'm going to put the chicken back in and let the sauce thicken out, and then we'll add the veggies. Okay, so now we're getting ready to mix the sauce up, and it's going to be 2 tablespoons of some soy sauce. And this is low sodium. And I'm just going to spray this in real quick. 1 tablespoon of honey. I'm gonna do another one, and I'm using Mr. Bear. And the recipe called for 1/2 cup of some dark brown sugar, but I'm only going to use 1/3 of a cup. Because this is kind of a sweet dish. And we're going to put 2 cloves of some garlic in here, in which I use the jar kind. Okay, it also calls for sesame seeds, but I'm not doing none of that. And this is pretty much it for the sauce, and I'm just going to mix it. And I've already got the onions and bell pepper and the red bell pepper already in there. And I'm just going to put this in, and I'm going to add like a cornstarch slurry to it later. And I did add some salt and pepper on the chicken when I seasoned it on both sides. Okay, so now we're just going to dump the sauce in here. And I'm going to go put the chicken back in the bowl, and I'm going to let it simmer for a little bit until the chicken's done. This is fresh pineapple, by the way. Okay. I'm going to turn it back on medium heat. Stir this around. I've never made this with fresh pineapple, so I hope it's good. I'm sure it will be even better. Okay, so now we're going to put the lid on it and let that cook, and once it thickens up, we're going to put some cornstarch in it, and we'll be back. Alright, so I'm just going to pour in a little bit of cornstarch slurry in. I did 1 tablespoon of that. And we're going to let it thicken up. It's almost done. I checked the temperature on it, and it's like at 160. So we're just going to let it cook up for just a few more minutes. And I tasted it, and it tastes really, really good. So this pineapple chicken dinner was excellent, and the fresh pineapple took it to the next level. So I do recommend the fresh pineapple, and the sauce was really excellent. And I do recommend 1/3 cup of the dark brown sugar, and the sauce was really, really good. And I didn't make a side to it because my husband, that's the way he wanted it. It was very, very fulfilling. I mean, the sauce was so good it could have been bottled. So this would be excellent for grilling. So definitely give this one a try, and if you like this, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and feel free to share. And thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next video.